सो ये व्हाट्सअप गाइस लेके आ चुका आप लोगों के लिए आपकी दी मोस्ट रिक्वेस्टेड वीडियो। सॉरी बहुत ज़्यादा ये वीडियो लेट हो गई है आप लोगों के लिए। एंड या आज की इस वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले एक गूगलर से जो आपको गाइड करेगा। गूगल क्लाउड की एक रीसेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी यहाँ पे निकल के आई है जहाँ पे आप गूगल का पार्ट बन सकते हो, अर्निंग कर सकते हो और काफ़ी अमेजिंग अमेजिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स में काम कर सकते हो। A to Z फुल प्रोसेस, क्राइटेरिया, एलिजिबिलिटी और बहुत सारी चीज़ों की हमने इस पॉडकास्ट में बात करी है। ठीक है, तो पॉडकास्ट को स्टार्ट करने के बाद आप पॉडकास्ट जब पूरा कंप्लीट कर लेंगे तो उसके बाद एक और वीडियो की लिंक मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाली होगी जो आप जाके चेकआउट कर सकते हैं, जहां पे आपको चारों अपॉर्चुनिटीज की लिंक मिल जाएगी। राइट, तो इस वीडियो के बाद आप जाके उसमें अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। लास्ट डेट अगेन वो आपको वीडियो के अंदर आगे पता चलेगी। एंड जो गूगलर होने वाला है वो होने वाला है मानसी, एंड शी इज वन ऑफ द कोर मेंबर ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोग्राम एंड वो खुद भी इसका पार्ट है एंड अभी इसी पर्टिकुलर अपॉर्चुनिटी में सर्व कर रही है। तो आपको काफी अच्छा गाइडेंस इस वीडियो से आपको मिल जाने वाला है। ओवर टू यू मानसी, कैन यू गिव अस योर इंट्रो?
Yes, so hi everyone. I am Mansi and I am a project management apprentice in Google. I joined last year in April and it's been 1 year, 4 months in Google and I'm enjoying every day here. It's a really great learning opportunity. You're going to learn about your apprenticeship as well as you're going to get hands on experience. So it's a combo and you should never miss this opportunity if you are into your career. Maybe you are having a career break or maybe if you are starting your career. So it's a great opportunity. And before that, I already had an experience. I was working as an analyst, and I worked as a testing role as well for 1.5 year. So probably that was one of the fact that I got into Google, and it really helped me a lot.
सो यार काफी अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है यार मानसी आपका। आप क्या हमें ये बता सकते हैं कि कितने टाइप की अप्रेंटिसशिप होती है, ये एक्चुअली में है क्या, ये एक्चुअली में प्रोग्राम क्या है? इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ इंटर्नशिप और क्या है ये एक्चुअली में? तो ये थोड़ा आइडिया दे दो।
Okay, so there is a difference between internship and apprenticeship. First of all, internship in Google is only for 3 months, around 3, 4 months, but apprenticeship is of 2 years and 1 year. So here there are four kinds of apprenticeship in India, which is software application development apprenticeship, which is of 1 year. Then project management apprenticeship, which I am into, it is
ओके।
of 2 years. So since I am already 1 year, 3 months into this program, so my last day will be in March next year. And
ओके।
there is third apprenticeship that is called digital business apprenticeship, which is again of 2 years. And then lastly, data analytics, again 2 years. And apprenticeship meaning is that you don't know everything about project management or maybe marketing or analytics, but you are going to learn here. So you will have training as well as hands-on learning. So as I said, it's a great combo and you should not miss it. So if somebody who has basic knowledge also can join, if somebody who has no knowledge can also join. But if somebody is already working in these fields and have 3, 4 years of experience, for those I won't suggest as my own opinion to join because after 2 years you will be probably in a better position. And this comes under an intern umbrella if you come in Google and not a full-time experience. So make your own decision about this now.
So Mansi, the next question is like this particular opportunity. If someone wants to apply, is it a paid? Is there any paid application and user want to pay something for the application, or it is free for all?
So first of all, this is different from internship. Internship comes in a 3 or 4 months thing, but apprenticeship comes in 1 year or 2 year time. So here you are not going to pay anything. Google will pay you every month as a salary. So for next 2 years or 1 year, you will get paid for this. It is not like you have to pay. You are going to earn something, but you have to understand that this is not a
Okay.
full time experience. This comes under apprenticeship. But when you come in the Google, there are two things: intern and FT. You are not FT because you're going to be here only for 2 years or 1 year. So the apprenticeship come under intern umbrella.
Okay, got it. And my next question is like, what was the eligibility criteria? If someone wants to apply, is there any specific skill set, any course required, or only BTech student can apply, a BCA can apply? Can you guide in this?
So all these four apprenticeship requires less than 1 year of experience. So it's like
Okay.
you have to be graduate and you must have some sort of experience, maybe 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, full time experience,
Mhm.
not internship, because it says less
Got
than
it.
1 year of experience. So you need a full time experience. So maybe after
Mhm.
you have completed your graduation, you worked for 1 year, 2 year. In my case, I worked for 1.5 year. Some of the people
Okay.
only worked for 6 months and then they got into this apprenticeship. So some sort of experience
Mhm.
is must. And plus, you should be graduate from any degree.
Okay. So means there is no field criteria.
No.
Anyone can apply in any field, even in software engineer. Non-tech person can apply.
I mean, it will be difficult because their interview questions will be based on DSA. So it's probably like people
Okay.
who are already into engineering and doing stuffs like that. Then only they can get into it,
Mm-hmm.
because DSA is what they're going to ask for software. And if I talk about my management, they were asking questions on behavioral and hypothetical questions. So if a be so there are a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
will come back on this later.
okay, sure. Okay,
Like I have a specific question for that, so that's why.
okay, okay.
Uh, so like last date for apply for this particular opportunity is
Third of August. So I think only few days are left. So you should hurry up.
few days are left. Yeah. So as far as I understand, what did you say? Like freshers can apply, but they need some kind of experience. But internship is not calculated as
Correct.
experience, right?
Right.
So my question is, can you guide us the pre-processing thing required before applying? Like people can prepare for like resume, how to prepare resume, what things they need to be include to get selected and all. So can you guide in this and like how you make your resume and like get into this particular opportunity?
So my resume was very simple. I did not follow any online format that I should use. So my resume only had my name at the top in the center, my LinkedIn URL, my phone number, and my email ID. And below that, I had my experience. And my experience said my past company and what I did with the timeline on the right side. And then I had my certification and achievements. Everything apart from achievement, if I did, apart from certification, if I did some achievement in my previous job, or maybe I was a part of something different that other people might not be. I written that also, like in one single statement, and then a timeline was going on the right side. Then I had my education written with the timeline, and then the skills. That's it. Only very basic
Okay.
resume was there. No formatting. Only one font throughout, and only one size. Just the heading was different in size. That's it. Very simple resume.
Okay. So like we did not need to add any fancy things inside the resume. Just
No.
original resume required for this particular opportunity.
Yes, I see a lot of people write summary, but I don't think it is required. Some
Mhm.
people I see they write very minute details also. It is not required. Plus some photo also, it is also not required. Just a basic simple resume
Okay.
is good to go.
So that's photo thing required in the service based company. They are specifically tell us to like attach a
Oh,
photo inside the resume.
okay. Okay, fine.
Okay. So the next question is uh okay, so resume question is done, but what if some person want to apply more than one opportunity? Can they apply?
Yes. So when I applied to three apprenticeship, but then I got into project management. This time, I think you can again
Mhm.
apply to from 2 to 3 apprenticeships. So as per your interest, you can apply.
Mhm. Okay. And after applying, what was the timeline of getting revert back?
So during my time, I applied in October, and I applied almost at the
Mhm.
very end day. So from that day, let's say for it was mid October. So then I got my
Mhm.
final congratulatory email in mid February. So you can say it was 3 4
Okay.
months time. And this time the applications are open right now in July August. So and your onboarding will be March probably, because in the bracket it says
Yeah.
March in the job description. So I believe it will be March 1st probably. So this is a very long time, even longer time. So you have to be patient. And since there are a lot of applications, during my time it was 1 lakh plus application, and this time it will be more than that probably. So because of heavy
Okay.
application, they have opened that application in July itself.
Earlier.
Yes, so you have to
Yep.
be patient.
Okay. Okay. So the process is really wrong, right? After applying, it take time to get revert, then whole
Right.
process is going on in the
Correct.
back end. Yeah. So after resumes got selected, what was the next process? Like how interview got conducted, in how many levels they are conducted, and what was the first call we receive after getting the resume selected? First thing is mail should receive. Are we going to receive any mail or we got any calls from the recruiter? Can you guide in this?
Yes. So after you submit your resume, you will not receive any call. You will
Mhm.
directly get an email that will have an aptitude
Mm-hmm.
link, and that aptitude link will be of 30
Okay.
minutes, and it will have
Mm-hmm.
questions related to reasoning, mathematics, basic mathematics only, and English. And it is very easy.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it, I believe, because if I did, anybody can do it. And after 30 minutes, it will get over automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to wait. The recruiter will call you directly after that, and he
Okay.
will ask you few basic questions that you have already answered in the application process only. And then he will ask you basic questions like which Google product is like you love the most, and any improvement if you like in
Mm-hmm.
that Google product. This was the exact question was asked by to me. And why do you want to do this
Mm-hmm.
apprenticeship, why specifically project management? So the basic question, you should be ready for the recruiter. But
Okay.
I don't think this was any step that I qualify for interview, but probably can be. We never know, because this step was something I was unaware of, and whatever he asked me,
Okay.
it was spontaneous. I wasn't prepared for that. So random one day in the midday, he called me, and I had to answer these questions. So after that, he told me that
Yeah.
I am advanced to the next level, and there will be
Mm-hmm.
an info session. Info session is something that happens before your both interviews, in which the recruiting team will be there, and they will tell you what you will expect in interview. So in my interview, there were
Mm-hmm.
questions like hypothetical question and behavioral questions. So they were telling us that you have to use star method to answer all these questions.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave us a small
Okay.
PDF that had a couple of example questions also that you can practice. And that's it. If you have any question, you can ask the recruiter in that call. I'm not sure if that was the one call for all the apprentices, all the aspiring apprentices, or there were some slots
Okay.
for that. But there were
Mm-hmm.
100 plus people in one call. So if you have any
Okay.
question, you can ask them directly. And
Mm-hmm.
post that, shortly after, like few days later, I got an email that I have my round one of interview. And round one was
Okay.
like, I was very scared. I prepared all the possible behavioral and hypothetical question I can prepare. Like I prepared
Mm-hmm.
a lot of questions and I noted down every
Okay.
question, because what happens if you know some of the questions already, the recruiter will ask similar to that question only. They are not like some,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they can imagine a lot of questions, but you can mold what you have created. So let's say if you
Yep.
already doing some practice, you can and spontaneously can answer the question. But again, after every
Mm-hmm.
question, you can ask the recruiter that I need 2 to 3 minutes of time, and this is my notepad and my pen, and I will jot down the answer using star method.
Okay.
And you can take 2 to 3 minutes time and then frame your answer, and you can reply back. But don't let interviewer ask you that are you ready now. After 2.5 minutes later,
Okay.
you should come back to the recruiter, to the interviewer, that I am ready now. And they can
Okay.
ask you basic questions like, tell me about yourself, what are your strength, weakness. Basic questions you should be
Mm-hmm.
prepared, apart from behavioral and hypothetical question. Behavioral
Okay.
question is something that has happened in your life already. For example, they can ask you that there was a task given to you by your manager, but you missed the deadline. Now, how will you handle that
Okay.
situation, and what steps you will take? So this is something that probably happened with you in your
Yeah.
past, right?
Most common questions in interviews.
Right. And hypothetical question can be, for example, you were given a task for a grand opening of a
Mm-hmm.
new Google office. What steps will you take? So this
Okay.
is a hypothetical
Oh.
question. So they will ask you 2 3 hypothetical question, 2 3 behavioral question, and you should
Mm-hmm.
spontaneously have to answer after creating using star method.
Okay. Got it. My next question is like after getting selected, and for example, if someone got selected and resume got selected, and as we discussed, we can apply in more than two roles, right? So,
Right.
are there any selection criteria, or if someone has to be selected prior to interviews that I want to go with this particular apprentice and something different? Can you guide in this?
Yes, so if, for example, your resume got shortlisted for 2 apprenticeships,
Mm-hmm.
then the recruiter will ask you
Okay.
which one do you want to go forward with. Because, for example, if
Mm-hmm.
you got shortlisted for the development apprenticeship, software apprenticeship, as well as project management, both of these apprenticeship will have different kind of interviews. Because for development, they will ask you DSA for sure, and for project management, they will not
Mm-hmm.
ask you anything related to coding. They will only ask you these questions that I just told you. So you have to
Okay.
choose that time which one do you want to go forward with, and your interview will happen only for that particular apprenticeship.
Okay, so based upon the interest, they are going to select, like, if you want to go with project management, they will take your interview in that manner. And in the software field, there must be a coding round, I am sure,
Yes,
because
there
in
is.
data, I think there should be a coding question.
Right,
Okay.
probably. Yes.
My next question is like, okay, you guide us in the preparing for the interview and all, but are there any resources people can follow to prepare for if they get selected?
I have written a detailed blog that you can go through. Other than
Mm-hmm.
that, I would suggest for DSA you should do the all the programming stuff. Since I am
Okay.
not a tech,
Yep.
not a very tech person, won't be able to suggest you. But for behavioral hypothetical question, you can definitely search lot of questions that comes in,
Mm-hmm.
in MBA when you're preparing for MBA, for example. So you can see any question. You can even take help of Gemini and ChatGPT, and you can ask, you know, uh, uh, tell me some behavioral question, hypothetical question, and because I prepared like that only. I had one friend of me who
Okay.
was senior, and I used to find question by myself online from, as I said, Gemini and ChatGPT, and then I used to find
Mm-hmm.
questions on Google as well, and then I used to frame the
Okay.
answer by myself, as well as I used to, after that I used to ask ChatGPT and Gemini also to tell me what is the answer, and I used to match that how different is my answer, how much I can improve. So that's
Mm-hmm.
how I used to do. There was no no other platform I used to
Okay.
prepare. It was that's it only.
Okay. So after getting selected in the project management field, what kind of work slash project you are working on? Can you like tell us about it? Some like we can say view on it.
So it depends. For example, if I say project management, it is a kind of job that fits everywhere. If you want, you can
Mm-hmm.
go in a technical team also. If you want, since I am in a marketing team, so at first I was very
Okay.
confused in like first few months that why I'm tagged to marketing team. But then I realized there is a role of project management, project management or project manager as well in marketing. There
Mm-hmm.
are a few of my friends who are in sales team, few of my friends who are in YouTube. So project management is something that every team requires. So it is a diverse role. If I talk about
Okay.
software application development apprenticeship, of course they will be tagged to a technical team itself. And they, for example,
Okay.
if I knew few of my friends, they are working in Google Cloud. Since I'm also
Mm-hmm.
Google Cloud, so they have to work in these kind of roles. Data analytics also they can go in
Okay.
analytics team, and for marketing, of course, they can go to LCS team, large customer teams for marketing. They can go to Google Cloud marketing, maybe YouTube marketing. So kind of like that.
Okay. So you got the idea of what kind of work you are doing, and are you enjoying it?
Yes, as per my role now that I am in, like I'm doing my project management apprenticeship in a marketing team. Somehow I have now molded
Mm-hmm.
myself in a marketing team, and I'm really aspiring what I'm doing, the projects, the programs we do for developers. I'm really enjoying, and it really helps me a lot to connect with a lot of technical teams. And the plus point is that you get to make a lot of connections here. So even if this
Yep.
program does not say that you're going to get converted here, you can make great connections that can help you and guide you for
Mm-hmm.
future. So it's really great here. The culture is really nice.
Okay. Culture is nice. And what about the future opportunities? Are these opportunities are open to apply again if we get selected and our tenure is over? Can we reapply in this particular opportunities, or is there any chances of getting a full time offer from the Google?
So in the offer letter, it never says that we are going to get converted. It is only a contract role for
Mm-hmm.
2 years. So the last day you have to go out only, and you cannot come back here. But there is an option that in last 3 months you can apply back. So you can apply
Okay.
using the direct careers portal as well. There is no plus point, but the only plus point is that you are already working here since 1.5 year, 1 year, 8 months, 9 months, and in last 3 months. So as my tenure is going to end next year March, I can start applying in January probably. So January, February, March is the time
Okay.
I have, and I can go back in the career space and I can apply. And since I'm already in the system right now, I can talk to people and understand what exactly
Yep.
the role is about and how can I make myself better for this position. But there is no permanent thing that you will get converted.
Okay. And my question is, for example, in somewhere in some of the opportunities, like in the development, if someone get some kind of full-time opportunity, are they again going to a interview process, like again a
Yes.
full Google interview process or direct selection?
No, so you have to go under all the interview process, like as a normal person, as an outsider will get into. Of course, you can, as I told, take help of people inside, and you can talk to the team probably that I have these skill set. If you want me to, be part of the team, you can ask them. But since there is a criteria that you have to follow, so here the apprentice
Mhm.
program managers have already told us that you have to go through all the steps of interviews, so you cannot miss anything.
Okay.
Yeah, but just because you
Got it.
have a,
And
you
Mhm.
already have, yeah, so I was saying that you already have some experience being in Google, so this can be a plus point. So
Mhm.
it's not like that you, if you have to go to like say 4 rounds of interview, but since you are in Google,
Okay.
it's like a plus point to you.
Yeah, it's a plus point that they can easily get enter as compared to the other person who are coming from the outside.
Yes.
Okay, so my last question is perks and benefits of
Perks and
Google.
benefits, it is almost same like as an full-time person working here. Just the difference is you are
Mhm.
here for 2 years and they are there as a permanent employee. So you
Yeah.
you get free cabs. I mean, you can go to office by cab and come back. There's free food, and games, a lot of games. There's arcade to play, and everybody, apart from these materialistic stuff, the culture and the people there are really nice. They are upfront to help anything you want.
Mhm.
So if you need any help, people are really helpful. It's not like they will just ignore you. They are really helpful. Plus, yeah, I mean, everything is there, whatever you can imagine.
Okay. So yeah, that's almost done. Like I have asked all the questions in my mind and I wrote down on my screen. So yeah, anyone who wants to connect with Mansi, they can check out her social link and also the blog link in the description. And yeah, thank you so much, Mansi. You take your time out for this particular like talk and help users. So thank you so much from our community. And yeah, that's all about it. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, Lavish. Thanks for having me. And if anybody have any question, they can of course comment down in this video, and I will try to respond back.
They can reach out to you on your LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, sure they can.
Yep.
Okay.
सो यार आई होप आपको ये पूरा पॉडकास्ट काफी ज्यादा अच्छा लगा होगा. कोई भी आपके क्वेश्चंस होते हैं तो यार डू कमेंट्स डाउन. ठीक है, जो भी क्वेश्चंस रहेंगे, जो भी डाउट रहेंगे, मेक श्योर करना कि आप मानसी को फॉलो करना ना भूलें. उनके लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल, उनका ब्लॉग लिंक एंड सारी लिंक्स उनके सोशल मीडिया की आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगी. जरूर चेकआउट करना. विल सी यू नेक्स्ट वीडियो एंड टिल देन टेक केयर एंड गुड बाय.